What up, Smart Rapper Gang? Today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you should start a rap group or a rap collective. It's very powerful. We're going to go over those things today. Because there's reasons why collectives and groups like ASAP, Odd Future, YBN, these people are able to help boost each other. Like, there's a lot of reasons to actually do this. Now, in the past, I've also talked about, well, there's complications with it too, but if you find the right people and you trust people, and you find hard-working people like yourself who really believe in the cause and in the group and in the growth, well, you're gonna get to your goals a lot faster. We're gonna talk about that today. I'm Rob Level. This is Smart Rapper, the #1 place for upcoming rappers to help change their life, motivate themselves, and build their music career and really get there. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell for me when you do, because I release a new video almost every single day, especially starting here really soon. Very excited. All right, we're gonna get into this right after the intro.
If there's anything I know is you ain't built like this. Hit it so hard, make your brain say quit. I ain't no fraud, no gangster or goon. I just wanna accept disrespect or lose. Now follow me to greatness, show you what it takes. Show you how to use curse, show you why they hate it. Hungry for more like a Lloyd Banks playlist. Still I'm like the only person not up in the matrix.
Teamwork, make the dream work. We're gonna start with #1, which is you all have the same goal. If you're in a rap group or collective, you're in a group of people who all want what? You want to become successful. You all have the same goal as you're individuals, but you come together and try to get the same goal. And you know, 2 heads are better than 1. When you work with other people, you get to your goals faster because you're pushing each other, you're helping each other. Overall, when you have 3 or more people working towards the same goal, all those minds come together. And then there's also something it's considered a psychic force. And I'm not trying to give you like the cuckoo shit, but there's a type of thing, and I hope you get this when I say this. If you were to have 2 people that work together on something, does it not also create this additional energy that didn't exist with just the one person? It's not just 2 minds, but there's a space when you're talking, you start talking about ideas, it's almost like there's a third person there, right? Even if it's just 2 people, because the combination of the things makes your mind think a lot more as if there's another person there talking. It's kind of hard for me to explain, but it's crazy and it's a real thing. It's something that I learned about in Think and Grow Rich. When I thought about it, I'm like, damn, that is true. It's like a psychic force that's there helping you. And the more people there are, the higher their energy is there, the more ideas come about, and there's a higher creative flow. So pretty much the more people you have that are actually working towards the same goal, you're gonna get to it so much faster. Think about this. If you're working by yourself to make it to the top, you only have your mind and your energy to focus on getting to the goal. But if you have a group of people, there's more energy, there's more focus. People can do more things in different areas, and you get to the goal way faster. You think one football player is going to throw the ball to himself? You think one football player is going to stand there with the world against him, with the other players on the field, and get past them? Or even, you can't. Teamwork makes the dream work. Now, this is also known as a mastermind group. If you read books, like I do all the time, if you read books like Think and Grow Rich, which is like an essential read, it teaches you a lot about mastermind groups and the importance of it, and how anybody in history who's ever been successful did so by the help of a mastermind group. Because the power of people working together is extremely powerful. The easiest picture I can put in your mind to help you understand why this is so powerful is to think like this. If you wanted to lift something that weighed 1,000 pounds, there's no way you can lift that by yourself. But let's say that you had 10 people helping you lift that 1,000-pound thing. Wouldn't you now be able to lift it with absolute ease? That's how you gotta think about it. It's a great way to think about teamwork. And the more people you get involved, the faster you move forward, and the easier lifting all of these problems become. #2, another reason why you really should start a rap group or collective is that you have more resources to work with. If you didn't already understand the power of the rap group or the collective from #1, well, this one's gonna make a lot more sense to you. You only have so much money in your pocket. It would take you about 6 months of working a job to save up for a decent home studio, wouldn't it? Well, what if you and 5 other rappers were all working together to save up for studio equipment? Wouldn't you get that equipment way faster? You could have a studio in a month instead of 6 months. Think about that. And it's not just money, it's connections, there's a lot of other things too. There's a lot of power in working together. #3, ideas for marketing will come faster. Have you ever sat and tried to think of ideas for something before by yourself? Of course you have. But now what happens when you sit there and you try to think about ideas with another person in the room, or more than one person? You get to bounce ideas off of those people. And they have ideas from those things that you said, and then that sparks an idea in you again, or into the other person, and then you keep coming up with all these other ideas. Ideas that would not have came if you were sitting there alone. When you're thinking of new ways to promote your new music single or your new music video, you're gonna come up with better ideas because you have a team of people working with you on that. And they all have what? The same goal. Because they all want to get their music heard and this. So you guys are all trying to come up with the best marketing ideas. And they also know if you blow up, they probably blow up and they're probably actually featured on the song. You're growing faster as a team. Think about 5 or more people thinking about how they can all promote a project, all right? Or what's this marketing idea? What's this? What can we do over here? Can we do this? I know Alexandra over here, she can do this. Oh, I know. Oh, I got Dave over here. I got Javon over here. He gonna do this and this. You just by yourself, you didn't have all that. They did. You're all thinking about it. You're growing to get powerful, very powerful. And remember, marketing is extremely important. If you even do a group at all, this alone is valuable and a reason to do it, because if you make an amazing song but nobody ever hears it, it's like the song never exists. So you gotta get it heard. Number 4, your network will grow way faster. If I had 5 of me, oh my God. A lot of every industry comes down to who you know. And I hated that, and I didn't really believe it. And then I moved to LA, and I'm like, fuck, it's true. 99% of people in LA only have things because, well, they knew somebody. I always hated and refused to believe that, because I never networked with anybody, and I was like, did everything myself. I was like, I don't need anybody. Then eventually I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna need a network, huh? A lot of rappers right now, probably even rappers you listen to, are only huge because they knew somebody that plugged them with an opportunity to get them somewhere else. Like if you look at any rapper that's attached to Lyrical Lemonade, their career wouldn't even exist if they weren't associated with Lyrical Lemonade, or if they weren't inside of a circle that got them associated with Lyrical Lemonade. That's networking, okay? You get your song on Lyrical Lemonade, you're gonna get like 1 million views on your song. You see what I'm saying here? That's because you had a network of people and were able to get on there. And it's almost unfair, because you'll work your ass off for years, but you didn't build the network, so you don't get the opportunity like that. They'll stumble into it because they knew this guy whose cousin was over here, and they went to this party one time and got to hang with dude because he lived over there, and he kind of liked him. So he's like, yeah, let's bring him around more. And then he's like, yo, I rap. He's like, okay, cool. Hey, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot a video for you. Okay, cool, boom, 1 million views. That's all that took. You'll sit here over here by yourself, playing and working, reading books, saving money, doing all this shit, testing money in these different places. Trust me, that was me, because I refused to go network with people, because I think it's hard to trust people. Because some people just fall into it, because there's too many fake people, so I don't really tend to do that. But if you get the right mindset and you understand from the beginning, networking matters, and you have the right personality and people skills to go out there, or you build those people skills, you're gonna build your network, and it's very, very important. Something that I definitely messed up on, and something I want to really instill in you. Matters. Be nice to everybody. And sure, and it's crazy because it is kind of unfair that somebody can just stumble into it and you put all that work in. Please realize it right now. The sooner you realize it, the better off you are, okay? If you have 5 people in your rap group or collective that are always out talking to people, networking with people, meeting people, and they're cataloging these people, you're gonna have a network that's not only 5 times larger, but it grows exponentially, because you'll have this person over here networking with this person who knows this person, and then it grows exponentially because one person knows one person, but it branches out so far. And as soon as you start seeing connections and everything else like this, you're gonna understand why this is so powerful, okay? So go out there and start making these connections. Number 5, you learn what works faster. So a big reason to start a rap collective or a rap group earlier in your career is you're gonna make a lot more mistakes, or you have a group of people who are all making mistakes, and you can learn from each other's mistakes, so that you don't have to keep making those mistakes. If you're by yourself like I was, I make a mistake and then I'd be like, oh fuck. And even then, so even when you make a mistake, a lot of times you don't even know it was a mistake until later, and then you're like, fuck, right? And that's another reason I made Smart Rapper, so you don't have to make the mistakes that I make. You making mistakes only allows for you to learn from your mistakes, okay? But if they're making mistakes, you can learn from their mistakes. Also, they can identify you, which is awesome, if you made a mistake. And somebody's on your team, the right person, they're gonna tell you before you make the mistake. You get a group of people saying, nah, don't do that. But if you were just by yourself, you would've did it. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna help you a lot. Now let's talk about this. Remember, if you're gonna start a rap group, only let people in this group who are really all for the team. Now, I know oftentimes it's human nature, innately we're like for ourselves. It's a dog-eat-dog world type of thing, right? So of course you're still for yourself. You're creating a rap group for yourself to help yourself, but you're gonna work as a team. You need other people who want the same thing. Like, I don't wanna just boost myself, I wanna help others. And the more people you get on your team like that, the better and faster you're gonna grow. If you get people into your group right now that are greedy, or they're not hard workers, and they're not really there or willing to even help others, those people, it's kind of a waste of time of even giving them energy or an opportunity to be in there, because these people are gonna fall out of the group later. They always do. Historically, they always have, and they always will, because you don't want somebody leeching on the group. You ever hear about rock bands where they know that these are the 3 people who are doing all the work, and they're like, why is this person even in the group? And that person gets kicked out of the group. If they're not there applying themselves and actively trying to better themselves to also better you in the group, why would they be in your group? Don't waste your time on that. Spend a lot of your time trying to find out who the right people are, people who you trust, people who you know have the same goal. And also don't let people in your group who don't really want it. If they don't really want it, they're not gonna continue working for it, and they're not gonna wanna invest their time, energy, money, and resources into helping you, because if they don't really want to do it, if they don't see the long-term goal, if they really don't, why? Now, if there's somebody who does it as a hobby and maybe it'll eventually develop into something more, well, that's cool too. And you can give people a chance, but at the first sign of somebody being like, you know what I'm saying? You really gotta start watching that person. You can't always tell who these people are at first. You just can't. I've hired people and then be like, oh, this person's great. And like, like you had good qualities, but like you're missing the things that I really needed. So better to know what to look for in a person before you even get started. But if someone has the work ethic, the talent, or you see potential in them, okay, which matters as well, because not everybody's automatically just talented, but if they have the work ethic, they will become. And if they want to help and they're always somebody who pushes you forward, or they're a very positive-minded person, it's going to push you to be a better person as well as a better artist, and they go hand in hand. That's the person you want in your rap group. And also think you need to be that person as well. But somebody want you in their rap group, you got to be a good person for people that want to be friends with you and want to grow with you and excel with you. Also think about this, okay? This is something that I learned from some leadership books that I read recently, is if you do have people in your rap group, you can also say, let's say there's 5 people, you can also say, what are the strengths of each individual person? For example, off the top of my head, if you are not very good at people skills, you don't really like talking to people, that's not really your thing, but your boy over here, he's a talker, people love him, he's the life of the party, people love talking to him, you can focus that motherfucker being on the person, you make him be the person that goes out there and builds the network, right? That's the guy that goes and does that. And if you have another guy who's really good at mixing, he's just really good at mixing and engineering, like that's really what he's good at and he spends his time doing, or a beat maker. Well, you put them into those roles inside of the group, right? Play to the strengths. I don't want you going to try to build a network as hard as this guy if you're not as good at it. You still should, but let him handle it. Say, bro, we need you. This is what you're good at. You're going to run it down for that, or you're going to run to get the touchdown over here for this. And then you got the engineer guy who's also a rapper, but you're like, okay, bro, hey, can you mix all of our songs, man? Like, that's your thing, and I'm going to do this over here because I'm good at this, okay? And you guys have all the bases covered, and that's how you need to look at it. You can even look for those people who have the qualities that you're missing. If you're weak over here, well then find somebody who can help support it. Now you got a team, you have a structure. I'm Rob Level, this is Smart Rapper. Please hit me with a subscribe and hit the little bell when you do so you're notified every time I release a new video, which is every day, okay? I appreciate y'all. Also check out all the Smart Rapper products below, how to find your rap voice, how to find your rap flow, how to shoot music videos with your phone, all kinds of stuff. We just revamped everything. There's so many things, how to build your website, copywriting, trademarking. I got you back on everything. Also check out the email list below to get free stuff when you sign up. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Keep hustling, gang. I'll see you at the top. Don't forget to hit the like for me.
Smart Rapper Gang.